Hello there, I'm Charlie, aka Ronan Logan X, and this is Ronan Logan X Reviews. In this video, I'm taking a look at Alfred as Batman from the DC Retro Batman 66 toy line by McFarlane Toys. Now, it should come as no surprise that I'm a really big fan of the 66 Batman series, and one of those things I really loved about it was Alfred. Even though he wasn't quite the Alfred we are now all used to, having had so many more iterations and expansions upon his character as the years have gone by. But even back then, he was still a really cool character, and I always loved it when he would throw on the cape and cowl and pretend to be Batman in order to save Bruce Wayne from being exposed as the Batman. So when I saw this figure announced, I was really excited. I thought that was such a cool idea. And with that said, let's get into it. In the way of accessories, this figure comes with pretty much the standard, which is a pair of onomatopoeia bamboo pow effects. Now, while I've stated in the past that I would like to see more accessories in this toy line, being that this is the standard, I can't really complain in this instance with this figure. So it pretty much is what it is, at least in my opinion. Moving on to articulation, this figure is exactly the same figure as the Batman figure that they started this line with the sole exception being an alternate head. So as a result, it comes with all of the articulation that figure came with, which means that you can get a few good poses out of it, but due to the style they chose to go with for articulation in the legs and feet, it's pretty much reduced to a articulated statue. That said, if you can look past that, which obviously I've been able to, these are still really great figures for what they are. Now, taking a look at the likeness featured on this figure, I've got to say that it is kind of a mixed bag, at least for me. As while I do see a hint of a likeness to Alan Napier, who played Alfred in the 66 series, at the same time, it kind of, to me, looks like just an aged-up version of Adam West with a mustache. And I have to think that that's just probably a byproduct of them probably using the exact same head for the Adam West Batman as a basis to build off of. And the reason why I say this is that, from what I can remember, Alan Napier had a much thinner face than Adam West. And so even when he would don the Batman suit in the series, you could tell it was not Batman, because the person inside the suit was thinner, and it kind of hanged off his body rather than fitting to form like it did with Bruce Wayne. But again, that's part of the charm of the series. But with that said, I don't want to hold it against this figure too much, as I said, it is still a really cool concept, and given the fact that this was probably something thrown together for a convention exclusive, I can understand the lower effort they put into it than, say, something that they were going to be releasing as a standard release figure. So, with all of that said, I would still give this figure a high recommendation. I mean, it still does look really cool, and it just has a certain charm about it, what with the idea behind it and everything. At least for someone as a fan of the Batman 66 TV series. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this was released as a convention exclusive, so it might be harder to come by, but as of right now, it is still available on Target's website for retail price. So I would definitely recommend picking it up while it's still available, if you are so inclined to do so, as I think it's just going to be a neat addition to any Batman 66 collection. I hope you have enjoyed this video and you have found it helpful and informative in any decisions you might have regarding the purchase of this figure. If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like, please comment, please subscribe, and ring that bell icon if you'd like to be notified about any of my future videos. Also, if you might be interested in anything else of mine, you can find me on Instagram at RonanLoganX, where I post toy photography pictures as well as puppy pictures of my pup Ripley. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.